It seems when it comes to naming the trucks, Mercedes-Benz are obsessed with the letter A. There's the Antos, the Atego, the Arocs,
and of course, the king of them all, the Actros.
The Actros is the premium truck within the Mercedes-Benz truck range and probably the best known. Introduced over 20 years ago, this is the latest generation. As well as being packed with all the latest driver and safety gadgets, it's also huge to easily accommodate two-driver operation and all their needs for days and nights away on the road.
Of course, this vehicle is designed for international haulage and you need plenty of storage inside as well as outside. Here to help us, we've got some lockers as well. Two sets. One locker here is just accessible from the outside, so again, wet stuff, things like that you need. And then secondly, we've got storage here, which is accessible from the outside, but also more importantly, inside as well.
BlueTech 6 is standard across the range, and this unit is the 2551, so you get the 12.8 litre, 510 horsepower and 2,500 Newton meters of torque.
As far as suspension is concerned, on the front axle we've got steel suspension, but at the rear, being a 6x2, we've got full air suspension on both axle 2 and axle 3. We've got the 4 air bellows, which allow us obviously then to either raise or lower the rear suspension depending on what trailer we need or what the circumstances might demand. Well, here we are inside the 2551, and the first thing that hits you is how big this cab is. I mean, it is the top of the range, the Gigaspace. It's Merc's top cab, and you've even got 2.3 meters in terms of height. Well, that's plenty enough for me, and plenty enough for most drivers, I know. 2551 means that it's a 6x2, 25 tons basically, and the 51 is 510 horsepower. We've got 2,500 Newton meters of torque as well, and she revs, maximum revs around about, for torque kicking in is about 2,500, well in the green zone, about 1,400, 1,500. So we've got a really, really mean machine, perfect for the transcontinental work that this is meant for. What do you expect from the top of the range Mercedes cab? You expect comfort, that's for sure. Guys are going to spend 2 or 3 days, if not a couple of weeks away, so you've got to have real comfort. Sitting wise, obviously air suspended seat, it is heated, and the driving position is perfect in terms of getting there. You've got pneumatic steering, and also then obviously you've got about 10 or 12 adjustments on the seat. One thing you do notice about the cab is the interior. It's quite a nice blend of slightly dark colours and then some light colours as well. But one of the reasons for that is the cab driving environment, and the dashboard is all in black, so obviously it's a workhorse if you like in terms of that. On the passenger side, it's bright and cheerful, it's a beige colour, so it tends to separate psychologically and physically the difference between working and also having a break and chilling out a little bit and relaxing. As far as dash is concerned, it's semi-wrap round, and it needs to be semi-wrap round. You don't want a wrap round dash on a big cab like this. You want to be getting in and out. So I've got a nice dash, obviously instrument panel, binnacle in the front of me. Side of me, obviously I've got the heating and ventilation controls, as well as the radio and Bluetooth and everything else that I need. What you'd expect on a cab of this size. Then, a really important thing, it's a fully flat floor. Started off with the Renault Magnum, if you can remember back in those days, and everybody's copied it ever since. And it makes it a living space rather than just a cab. Modern vehicles, you're driving basically on here, on my speed limiters, cruise control if you like, and then also using the exhaust brake. So very rarely am I using my right foot. I've gone up a bridge and coming to the top of it, to the crest, and the best thing I can get from this is to get it into eco-roll. Everything that I've got now on the E is free fuel. I'm not using any fuel at all. If we're doing 100 miles and you can get 20 miles of it, you're getting 20% saving in fuel. One of the other features this Actros has is lane assist. So I'm just going slightly out of the lane. I've not indicated. I get this bleep, so I've got an audible warning. If I do that now and I indicate, no sound whatsoever.
Another key safety feature is active brake assist. Now in its 4th generation, it uses sensors to monitor the road ahead for obstacles such as road debris, pedestrians and vehicles, and can perform a full brake application to avoid an accident at speeds of up to 50 miles an hour. It's not there to replace the driver, but to make driving safer.
So, all in all, a great cab. It's a brilliant vehicle. Engine, no problem whatsoever. And when you look at it, it's got a nice blend of comfort and also safety controls. It makes driving actually a pleasure. Well, that's it for our look at the Mercedes-Benz Actros 2551, the Gigaspace, the old singing, old dancing vehicle. It's packed with great technology, safety features and fuel economy, and more importantly for the driver, fantastic driver comfort.